All right, fellas, welcome back. This is week 11. Week 11, day 2. This is where stuff starts to get a little crazy because we got 40s on the menu today, buddy. Oh, yeah. And the 40s are coming after a pretty hefty amount of volume beforehand. So we got some 10s, which we're about to do right now to warm up. And then we got some 20s, 30s, and then 40s. We're totaling about, I think it's like 350 yards. I don't think it's quite 400. But yeah, we got a lot of volume today, and then we get to go home and lift, which is the best part. And we have heavy triples on deadlift today too, so that's going to be fun. So we got a lot to look forward to today, and we are well fed, well rested. So hopefully everything goes according to plan. Although given the history, when things are going this well, I normally don't feel that good. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to get in my head about it first. We're just going to knock it out. Like I said, we got 4 10s that we got to do first. Rest period is going to be pretty quick, like 45 to 60, give or take. We won't start taking like full rest until we get to the 20s, obviously. And we are getting nigh close to 100% effort. We're getting very close. Ugh. I'm feeling fast. Feeling fast. All right, guys, we are now moving into the second part of the field work, which is 320s. So we just did 4 10s. We're moving into 20 yards. We got 3 of these bad boys with like 1 to 2 minutes rest in between. And then we have 3 30s after, and then we get into the 40s after that. So rest times are going to get progressively longer. Duh. And yeah, hopefully everything continues to feel good. I got my stopwatch in hand because now it's about the time I want to start recording times just to kind of see ballpark where I'm at and get used to timing. It's easy to fuck it up. All right, guys, number 2. And don't ask me what my time was on that last one because I hit the stopwatch like 4 times. So, I told you, man, it's hard. Like, if you haven't done this in a while, it's hard to like stay accurate because your fingers naturally wrap around where the button placement is. So it's just, yeah, it's really awkward. But that's why I start practicing now so I don't fuck it up later. That one wasn't too bad. That was 2.5. Which I think makes a lot of sense because the bulk of your 40-yard time is obviously in the acceleration because you have to get up to speed. So you're going to see relatively longer times on the shorter distances. And then obviously that's not like a 1-to-1 ratio as you add yards, because eventually you hit that top end speed and then it's just holding that until the end. So one more 30 or 20, my bad. One more 20 and then we're going to 30s. I think I waited a little long to hit the stop. I think I was well past the 20 when I hit stop because I was at 2.54. And it felt better than the last one. So anyway, with that being said, we got 30s next. 3 of them. All right, fellas, amping it up. We're going into 30s. It only gets more fun from here. Let me get my grip on my stopwatch here. There we go. The thing about this is I don't know how accurate these cones are. You know what I mean? Like, I did a walk measurement of 10 yards on an actual measured 10-yard like marker back when I had a gym that had like a turf. And so I remember exactly how many steps it was from 10 to 10, but like it was also flat. You know, there's slight undulation here in the ground. So like, although I don't measure it verbatim every single time, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever, count the steps. So take that with a grain of salt. Because again, I'm not training for anything official. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm sure it's off one way or the other by a yard. It is what it is, right? As long as I'm in that ballpark, and like I said, I'm sub 5 second 40, that's what I care about. But also having to manually time it instead of speed gates. There's just a lot of shit. So like when I say these times, I just don't want anybody to be like, well, this not an actual, you know, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I fucking know, bro. I fucking know. It's not that big of a deal. So it's pretty accurate because generally speaking, the first 10 yards will take you about 1.5 seconds to cover the first 10 yards, right? You should be hitting top end speed at or before 15, or at least that's what I've heard from actual sprint coaches. So the first 10 yards is about 1.5 seconds. You hit that top speed at 15 or before, and then that puts you at about 1 second per 10 yards after, which again, once you finish the 40, puts you right at 4.5. So ideally, that's kind of where you should be, right? So with that, I'm hitting the 30 at 3.43, 3.44, which puts me right at that 4.5 range. Because again, I'm calculating for like a little bit of measuring, what's the word I'm looking for? Like miscalculations, right? And then not to mention, I'm not being timed by a speed gate. I'm relying on my mental reaction to hit the stopwatch, right? So with those things in mind, I think that put like right where I should be. Let me get my grip going here so I don't accidentally press like 9 buttons at once. I came in at 3.47 on our last 30. 3.47. That's not too bad. But I did slow down by, what is that? 0.04, 0.03, which, you know, when it comes to these kinds of things, like, that literally could have been anything. A shorter stride, a shorter first step, you know, or maybe too long of a first step. You know what I mean? So a lot of things that can go wrong when the time difference is so minuscule. So I'm not really too concerned about that. Besides, the 40s is what matters. So we're gonna take a full rest as we've been doing. And then we got 4 40-yard dashes to run. We'll see where we kind of come in because we're still training. Next week is the peak. So, you know, again, I'm not trying to get 100%, but I'm really fucking close. I'm like 97, 98 on any given one of these. So let's keep it moving, dude. We're feeling good. All right, guys. This is it right here, man. We're at the 40s. We got 4 of these fuckers to get through. Everything's been feeling good. I'm starting to get a little crampy just because, you know, I've been fucking getting after it on every single one, getting to at least 95%. So, you know, I haven't been dogging it. So with that being said, I am starting to feel some fatigue through my legs, but not really enough where I feel like it's inhibiting me yet. So hopefully we can get a few good 40s in. And yeah, dude, we'll see where we came up compared to last year. Last year, when I was running these, I think my fastest one was like 4.8. I think it was my fastest one. And now with some context for that, that was my second time ever sprinting. And it was my first time getting into a lot of like sprint specific work. I had bitch calves, bitch feet, all sorts of stuff because I was a power lifter and I trained like one for a long time. And so I lacked a lot of lower body stiffness and like reflexivity. So I've had some time to build up those qualities. So hopefully, you know, we're feeling pretty good now. And obviously the 30s were kind of already a sign of that with how fast we were moving. So I'm pretty optimistic. With that being said, let's get to it. First 40. It's arguably my best one ever. Holy shit. Well, you know, if the stopwatch is accurate, which is probably not, we're fucking chilling. 4.32. That is fast, buddy. That is fucking fast. In case no one believes me, even though again, miscalculations everywhere, right? Through the yardage, the timing, everything, but here's the deal. So I'll take a gander. I didn't reset anything. Hopefully, y'all can see that. I don't even know if you can because I can't see it, but there you go. All right, so we took a little bit of a rest. I'm about 3 minutes right now, so I got some time to yap. But that put us at about 4.34, which obviously is pretty insane. And I think if, you know, manual timing's obviously inaccurate in and of itself, even if you had somebody else timing it for you, right? So electronic timers are just so much better because there's a delay there, right? When you hit the button, there's a delay. So with that being said, even if I were to take like half a second off, that still puts me at 4.84, which is sub 5, which I am totally okay with. Like that definitely is like, because all I want is to maintain a sub 540 as I age. So if y'all didn't already know, I'm 35. So like being able to do this stuff just at all, first of all, is like a huge deal. And then maintaining that sub 5 time is even greater. So like I said, I'm not too wrapped up in it, what it literally is, because I don't compete in anything. I don't care. Like I don't, you know, I'm not involved in anything professional like that. So I'm just doing this for fun. So with that in mind, I'm kind of loose with the numbers, loose with the rules. But I will get some speed gates hopefully for next year. So when we do this again, we can get some official times, and that'll be cool. I'd love to get that on paper. So anyway, here we go. This is number 2 out of 4. Let's see how much we slow down by, or if we get faster. Whew. Like, I started the stopwatch before I consciously decided to move, so that it was like listening for the gunshot. So I just waited until I heard the beep, and then I started. And so with that little nuance thrown in there, we're looking at 4.59. 4.59, which is probably way more realistic. If we're all being honest with each other, it's probably way more realistic. So, dude, close to a 4.5 is actually insane. But like I said, even just being under 5, dude, I'm so fucking happy with that. I think that second one was definitely way more accurate. But again, that's kind of the trouble with all this, right? Is like, I don't really know what's accurate. So all I do is just compare it to times themselves, right? Like my times instead of external time. All right. .69, and again, it's because I'm kind of timing it, waiting till I hear the beep of the stopwatch, and then running, and I'm waiting until I clear the cone to stop instead of like foot on it. So that's adding some time there. So again, as long as I'm staying probably like under sub 4.8, I'm very happy. So we'll keep it there. We got one left. All right, full rest is over. This is number 4, final. I was going through some cues in my head. Because, you know, obviously as you get tired, it becomes more difficult to think about these things, right? So, as I'm going through this again, short initial stride, calf smash, knee drive. Just so you guys know, it was 4.71, which again, I'm kind of torn between how I want to do this. Because if you had speed gates, it would start as soon as you cross that laser, right? So like here, I'm hitting the stopwatch and then launching. I mean, you saw the difference between when I did it the other way, when I would start, and then as soon as I got that initial drive, so here, that initial drive when it started, I was getting 4.35, which is insane. It's like a 0.4 second difference, which, you know, makes sense because there is a mental delay there between hitting the button and then stepping. It's about a half second, right? So makes total sense. So I guess it just kind of depends on how you measure it, how you standardize it. And so I can't remember what I did last year. I legitimately can't remember how I started it, but I will decide how I'm going to do that and then use that for the next 3 sprint sessions that we have. So I'll probably treat it like speed gates, where like it starts the timer when I cross the laser. So like I'll set up behind the cone and then launch from there. I don't know, just as long as I standardize it is what matters. So, but we got hurdle jumps and then we're gonna go home and lift the 3. So again, if you guys aren't familiar, it's 4 hurdles. Once you do all 4, that's 1. So you're doing that 3 times. That's 1 set. We're doing 4 sets. So it's quite a lot. So I'll film the first one and the last one just so you guys can see how tired I got over the course of the 4. and then we'll go home and lift some weights, all right? One more. It's 12 total. This is the worst one because the lower legs are already sore. So it's just like, oh, you want to get beat up some more? Bet. Sorry, I'm procrastinating. One more. Oh, God. Oh. All right. Go home and lift. I'll see you guys in just a bit. All right, guys, we are back at the house. We're gonna get through a prehab real quick, which is band pull parts or star pull parts, banded TKE step downs, and then the supine hip hold for like 2 minutes, I think. You're gonna see the 2 band exercises. The hold, I'm not gonna bother because it's just me laying on the ground for 2 minutes. And so here, I wanted this a little bit higher, but I didn't feel like taking my seal row pad off. That's how lazy I am right now. So we're just gonna chill with it right here. Go. This is just 15 per leg. And I'm just focusing on the end range, which is completely locking out my leg, and then not losing balance at the same time. Ooh, man, that is a burner. Losing my balance already. Star 15. Our star pull aparts here. Just gonna do them kneeling. This is 10 per. All right, so now we're moving into jumps. Now, last week I did, there's like 4 sets of 3 with the 80s. But given how I feel today, we're not with the 80s, with the 40s. It was 80 pounds total. So, given how I feel though, I bumped it up to 5 sets. And I don't think I'm going to do 5 sets across of like 80 pounds. I think I'm just going to go for a higher total number and just ramp the whole time. So we'll do body weight, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and then the 50s for set 5. So you guys will see the first and last set, just because dumbbell jumps aren't really that fun to watch. But that's how we're going to knock that out, just because my legs are already aching and I have heavy triples on deadlift. I'm just like, dude, absolutely not. So that's how we're going to roll. So I'm going to go ahead and get this first set done. Hopefully my bench isn't too close. Yeah, and we'll just do 3 here, which I don't know if I will hit my head. I won't. I'm going to face this way just in case. Okay. All right, and then we'll do 20, 30, 40, 50 for the remaining sets. So I'll be back. All right, guys, this is the last one. So this is 50 pounds in each hand, which I've done more than this on a trap bar for jumps, but not after a full day of sprinting. So we'll see how this feels. Oh. I feel like I'm getting up there. That's good. Didn't feel too heavy. Whew. All right, so now we're gonna deadlift. I'm gonna break out the trap bar, clear some of this crap out of the way, and we're working up to heavy 3s. So we did 342 for 4s last week. So I think I will still count 342 for the first one because I'm doing 4 sets of 3, I think. So we'll do 342 for the first set. So just make sure it feels okay. And then like 352 or maybe straight to 362 for 3 sets of 3. And yeah, we'll see how that feels. 80% is like 410, give or take. So, you know, I'd like to be close to that. It's just like after everything we've done, I'm just so worn out. Like, I can't, dude. So hopefully 362 goes up, no problem. But that's kind of the plan. So let me get all this shit out of the way, and then we'll set up for that and get cranking. All right, so my camera died, probably before that set started or in the middle of it or whatever. So you guys missed 252, and I'm not doing it again because I don't care. So we're on the next one. 3 reps. No belt yet because I don't think I need it, but we'll see. That felt pretty good. All right, belt went on. 342 didn't feel too bad, but I want to go up, so I want to preemptively be ready for it. But I should mention too, if you guys are doing something similar to what I'm doing, this is why you can't really hold things at a 1-to-1 conversion when you do so much in a day or you have a different goal or whatever, because this was not really a strength training block. We still did strength training, but it's just to really just kind of maintain our strength, because you could make the argument that any gains made was mostly neurological, which I'm sure we got stronger in certain things, at least a little bit. But you know, if you were to do like a 1-to-1 conversion on like what my normal trap bar max is, and then try and do like 80% for like reps across, it ain't gonna happen. Because normally, when you do that 1RM deadlift, you ain't fucking running for an hour and a half beforehand, right? You warm up and you get straight into that deadlift. So you always have to bear that kind of stuff in mind when you're writing your own program. Like, what's my expectation here? Because if I'm expecting a high number, but brother, you're doing basically a whole fucking workout before you get there, that shit ain't gonna happen. So that's why, like now, like this is arguably like 70%, give or take, which even a 10% reduction, I mean, dude, that's killer. Especially because realistically, it's all perception of effort, right? You don't want to be grinding through everything that you do. So with that being said, we're about to grind a set of 3 right here. Maybe not. I only went up by 10 and I put the belt on, so we should be fine. Yeah, I mean, that's, dude, feels so much better with the belt on. So we'll probably go 362 for 2 more sets and then let it ride. All right, this is first of 2 because we're doing 4 total. And I count 342 and 352 because it's still within that strength building threshold. So. There we go. Hopefully I don't shit myself on this. Feeling a little bit of GI distress, you know what I mean? We'll see. I'll just edit it out. Problem solved. You guys would never know, except for the fact that I told you. That's feeling pretty smooth. We'll do 1 more of those. All right, guys. Last one. The first set actually felt really good. And I kind of contemplated going up to like 372. But the reason I don't is just because it feels fine. And when it comes to building strength, I've said this before, you do want to be pretty far away from failure. And I don't mean that like, you know, fucking RPE 4. I just mean you don't have to be super close to failure to see your strength improve. You can actually be pretty far away. When it comes to muscle gains, obviously you want that proximity to be a little bit closer. But that's not the purpose of this. The purpose is to get strong as shit. At least relatively, because obviously sprinting is the priority now. But even when we go into our conjugate blocks, the focus is to be strong as shit. So we don't necessarily need to be going to failure on fucking everything. There's a select few exercises that we do. Anyway, I'm just procrastinating, to be honest with you. This is the last one that we're basically done because it's like, I think it's back extensions, calves, and I think we do abs today. I think. I don't remember if that's today or Friday. Anyway, I'm still procrastinating. And again, not because it's hard, it's just I'm fucking tired, man. It's a rough one. It is what it is. Let's get it done. I ain't getting any fucking younger. Oh. That was a little hard one, but bar was slipping out of my hand too. All right, we got 2 sets of 15 with the 80-pound dumbbell here on the back extension. I don't know if I said that already. 2 sets of 15 up from 12. 80 should be fine. I'm going to try and be a little more methodical with my reps here. Oh, that decompression on my spine feels great. Oh, nice. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm not procrastinating. This just feels so fucking great, dude. Oh, okay. I'm ready. I think. Oh. Grab my dumbbell here. Ooh. One more. Nice. Oh, that felt great, dude. I'm gonna do one more of those. Woo. One more of those. But that's luckily this abdominal combination I'm using, it's not bad. Oh, as opposed to like the alphabet that we did. Like fuck that exercise. Yeah. All right. Oh, again, that decompression just feels so good, dude. Fuck. All right, 15. I didn't change weight, still 80. 80 feels fine, so we're gonna stay here. Okay, I got it. Oh, nice. Oh, fuck, dude. Whew. Just gotta sit down for a second, bro. Fuck. Alright, guys. Trap bar setup. Calves. It's a little low, but I don't know. I can never remember where it's supposed to go. Fuck it. I don't care. I added some 10s as well. Take a little walk back. Ugh. Two more of those. Oh, probably should have kept it a little lighter. It's pretty fucking heavy, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty fucking heavy. Oh, whew. One more. It's funny, on the third set, I don't even know if you guys can actually see me when I'm over here. Oh, you can. Okay, cool. I was like, I didn't even check to see if we can actually see me or not. Oh. All right, we're gonna finish up with abs, and we're fucking done. Whew. It's a Russian twist into med ball crunches. Oh, 20 a pop. Ooh. Fuck. One more time, dude. One more. Ugh. Let's finish strong. We're at about 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours total. It's not bad. I think the first time we did this, we were at 3. So it is what it is. Ugh. I probably need to take that into account and trim it next time. Ugh. 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 Fuck. We did it though, dude. We fucking made it. Holy shit. Ugh. Oh, ab cramp. Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate ab cramps, dude. It's like my least favorite. Feeling the abdominals tense up like that, dude, feels fucking horrible. All right, well, I am thoroughly worn out. So I'm going to clean up, shower, chow down. Tomorrow, I'm going to keep the same plan, which I nixed it when week 9 started. I don't know if I told y'all, but I quit doing the tempo runs on Wednesday because it gives me a day to recover, get steps in instead. Then I can hammer the shit out of Friday, feeling good. And then if I feel able on Saturday, I tempo run. Um, but Saturdays have still been the bike intervals or a rest day. Um, which again, it's just the trade off because the sprinting is what's being measured, right? So like same thing with powerlifting programs. When you're this close to the end, nothing's being built anymore. You know what I mean? Like now it's just a matter of execution. Can you actually do the thing that you're trying to do? Like we spent the entire first 8 weeks doing tempos to work on our technique. And now I think it's a worthy trade off to be like, okay, well, fuck it, nix the tempos, just focus all your recovery for Tuesday and Friday sprint workouts. Just fucking give it everything you got. You know what I mean? So um, that's how I've been executing it. I highly recommend if you're doing something similar to make that same judgment call. You know, do you need all these training sessions, or are they inhibiting you more than helping? So, with all that being said, I'm out, man. I'm tapping out. 2.5 hours. Fuck. So, I'll see you guys not tomorrow, 2 days from now for our easier upper body session, and then a second field workout on Friday. That'll conclude week 11, and then the finale, which I know everyone's looking forward to, including myself. Ugh. I'll see you guys then. Adios.